Joburg drivers should start seeing drunk driving roadblocks again. The JMPD says this is due to an increase in accidents, most of which have been related to alcohol consumption. And your pineapple beer also won't be tolerated. The department says home-brewed drinks contain alcohol and drivers who drink it will be arrested. JMPD spokesperson Wayne Minard joins us on the line now for more on that. Wayne, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It became pretty obvious that we saw an increase in drunk driving incidents and just drunk-related incidents in general following the lifting of the alcohol ban under level 3 of lockdown regulations. That ban is now back. Was there an option to resume these drunk driving roadblocks back then already?
Good morning. No, what had happened is that because of the spike in the accident rate during June, we remember the accident in Fourways where a BMW driver killed a cyclist on the pavement. So that was just horrific. And alcohol there was a contributory factor. What now is also happening is that we're finding more and more people now, because alcohol is banned, drinking home-brewed alcohol drinks. So we really want to warn, and stern warning, that anyone having alcohol or having consumed alcohol, and those will be arrested. They will be taken for blood samples, and then they will be processed at police stations.
From a human resources point of view, how difficult or different is it to set up drunk driving roadblocks as opposed to the other types of roadblocks that the JMPD might have been involved in during the rest of the lockdown, where there were other regulations that they were involved in keeping in place?
Yes, you see, officers may do what they call a roadside check, and that is stopping vehicles on the side of the road and doing a routine check, and in the process also ascertaining whether a person has consumed alcohol, along with checking the vehicle to see if the vehicle is roadworthy and to see if a vehicle has a license. Now we know also that the license discs has been granted an extension grace period to be renewed have to be renewed by August. However, driving licenses, that has been extended to end of January. But when it comes to alcohol, it's now for us to stop this scourge of accidents where people have consumed alcohol and is burdening the hospitals and the state with alcohol-related accidents, to add to the problem that we are currently dealing with when it comes to COVID-19.
Will these roadblocks now take some of those resources away from other areas where the JMPD has been needed during lockdown?
No, what we will do is we will do a rotating roadblock where it will be done per region, and then the officers of the region, because there are 8 regions currently in Johannesburg, and then the officers of that particular region will be used for a particular spot to conduct the roadblock. There is also the roadblock where we work together with other law enforcement agencies, and where the station commissioner of a police station for that particular area then also has to be involved and also have to give approval for it.
Now, you made a point of saying in your statement that the JMPD also wants to issue a stern warning against the use of home-brewed drinks, such as pineapple beer or sanitized drink, which contains alcohol. Motorists will get arrested, their blood samples will be drawn, and they will be detained at police stations. Why did you feel the need of mentioning that specifically in your statement? Because some would say, listen, if somebody's drunk, they're drunk, they need to be locked up. Is there a difference then between finding out if they're drunk as a result of traditional alcohol as opposed to the homemade type?
What we found now is because of the ban on the sale and consumption of alcohol, we're finding people now turning to other forms of alcohol, such as the home brew. And a very popular one is the pineapple beer, which is now starting to be made literally all over and has been sold to people and people are now consuming this pineapple beer. It does contain alcohol, and hence it impairs the driver's ability to be able to drive a vehicle properly. It affects one's vision. It affects one's reflexes. So the driver is very much in a danger when driving a vehicle after consuming the pineapple beer. What we're also finding is that people is using sanitizer to add to drink or cold drink, and that in that way consume alcohol, because the sanitizer or even mouthwash has a very high percentage of alcohol. And if you add it to some other form of liquid to consume that liquid, then it will also have a narcotic effect on the body.
Well, that doesn't sound pleasant to drink in any way, shape or form at all. Thank you so much for your time. JMPD spokesperson Wayne Minnaar on the line there with news that the JMPD will resume drunk driving roadblocks. Some would say that is long overdue.